and even kill one another in order to obtain food, the world of wild animals is a very brutal place. They even injure the child that they themselves have just given birth to, or alternatively, they may take advantage of the absence of the mother in order to prepare the young as a meal for themselves. This is in accordance with the natural law of elimination. The mother crane is holding the young bird in its long, sharp, and harsh beak. She is clamping down on the little bird's head and bouncing it constantly, which is making the tiny bird even more frail. However, the mother crane does not stop, and it appears that it is attempting to carry the young cranes to the edge of the nest by picking them up. The mother crane has decided that it is time to take this youngster out of the nest. The baby bird has suffered a terrible injury and has a bump on its neck as a result. Despite this, it continues to work for standing, but is unsuccessful. The animal has only a few breaths left, and each one is a scream of agony like it is saying goodbye to its family. There is a nest of white cranes in a tree that is relatively tall and is located in a town that is relatively small. A baby bird is shown sitting still in the center of the nest, surrounded by its other feathered family members. And the behavior of the white crane is very similar to that of the black crane. For example, the mother crane is creeping closer and closer to the defenseless youngster. It then raises its younger, less robust offspring into the air. However, probably due to the fact that the young is quite heavy, it continues to peck and then release, doing this a great number of times. It is only with considerable difficulty that it is able to bring the young bird outside of the edge of the nest. It would appear that the abandoned creatures either cannot meet the size requirement or have some sort of health issue. One could also argue that this is an example of natural selection at work within this species, in that the immature offspring are eliminated so the adults may concentrate on taking better care of the rest. This will assist in reducing the risk of extinction for future generations. In addition to this, it serves an important role in maintaining the delicate equilibrium of the ecosystem. The crow arrives at the falcon's nest after departing from an unknown location. The crow observes its surroundings with suspicion before launching an attack on the baby bird's head, seizing the opportunity presented by the absence of the mother bird in the nest. Despite the fact that they have an unappealing look, crows are the leaders of the animal kingdom when it comes to creative abilities in the hunt for prey. It does this by pecking the chick in the head and the neck, which renders the bird unconscious. After that, it is able to effortlessly consume the young bird and maintain complete dominance over the prey. After having success in vanquishing 2 of the 3 birds, the crow proceeds to take care of the last one using its sharp and strong beak. The sky is filled with crows, which is a sign that something horrible is about to happen. Omnivores like crows have a monstrous hobby of harming vulnerable animals, then leaving in desperation of their prey. Let's return to the white crane. People often say a wolf can't eat a wolf, but this animal, which seems gentle, kills its own child in a cruel way. Not only does she kill her own baby, but the mother crane also fights for the baby's food. In the end though, the baby bird still gets to eat. It's not clear why the mother crane acts this way, letting the weak ones die so that the species doesn't get worse, but the mother crane attacks and throws out of the nest over and over again a very healthy growing crane. In another situation, a newly hatched bird hears the sounds of wings flapping and thinks that the mother has flown back to get the bait, so it opens its mouth very happily. But the truth is even worse than they thought. The condor ate 2 little critters who had never seen the world. White-tailed eagles usually build their nest in trees in well-ventilated areas, so they can be seen from a safe distance and keep an eye on what's going on around them. It may be a cruel law of nature that more animals attack their young. Most of the time, only one baby eagle makes it out of the nest. The others die before they have all their feathers. But the mother eagle still takes very good care of the chicks that are healthy and feeds them. As a way to annoy the mother crane, it pecks at the throat and fluffs the baby's feathers over and over again. The baby bird couldn't take the pain any longer and tried to stand up to fight off the mother bird. But the miracle doesn't happen for the little bird. Its weak legs and body are not strong enough to beat the big healthy mother crane. The bird's story has a sad ending. Another job for the man with the name of Crow. It wants to steal the nest of eggs on the cliff. It will use its neck and beak in a clever way to dig up and find an egg, which it will then peck at. It breaks the egg because it thinks it will be able to eat it. Instead, it picks up the prey and takes it to another place nearby. It looks very cruel, but this is how things are in the natural world, where life is a very tough fight for survival. Two baby birds are sleeping in a nest in a tree. All of a sudden, an owl flies over and looks at everything. It jumps up with its big strong legs and grabs its prey with its sharp claws. It then chews on the young bird's wings over and over again. Owls usually sleep during the day and are active at night. However, not all of them are night owls. There are some species that hunt during the day, such as this owl. It is nibbling on its prey when it's suddenly startled because another owl is flying around looking for food nearby. Because it doesn't want its tasty prey to fall into the hands of others, it quickly figures out where to go and looks carefully to avoid getting noticed. Now, the owl grabs the young bird with its strong legs and flies away quickly. There is a snake lurking, gently and gracefully approaching the nest of a young bird on a tomato tree laden with red berries. It opens its mouth wide and tries to squeeze its prey into its throat. Snakes are known to be amongst the most dangerous animals on the planet. Even though it doesn't have ears or a nose, it can hear and smell very well. It can feel the changes in the air around it. Most of the time, snakes can only eat by swallowing their food. Because of how the jaw joint is made, it can open its mouth as wide as possible and swallow large animals whole. When the food gets to the throat, the muscles tighten to push it down into the abdomen. A common way for snakes to catch their prey is to squeeze it until it dies from suffocation. Now, the snake can enjoy its meal without having to worry about how hard its prey is trying to get away. Even though it doesn't have legs, it is a very good climber. It grips tree trunks and other surfaces by compressing its body. The snake is still trying to get more and more of its prey into its mouth. It is also the only species that doesn't chew its food. With its forked tongue, it is easy for it to find prey because it has a very good sense of smell. Even though it has very bad eyesight, it can still figure out where to attack its prey. In another place, not far away, there is a snake moving up a vertical tree. And this snake is still eating the baby bird with no hurry. Prey now fits in the legless killer's mouth thanks to its jaws, which are flexible but never move out of place. This garden is a good harvest for the snake.